It's springtime and you are wondering if you can put grass seed down to get a lush, thick looking lawn for the summer ahead. First and foremost, I think it's important to tell you what this video will do and what it won't do. What it won't do is tell you how to seed, the steps in the process. I have a lot of videos on that already, linked here, as well as a couple guides on completing that exact process. What this video will do is give you the information that you need to make a justified decision on whether or not you think it's a good idea to seed in your lawn this upcoming spring. There are a couple different reasons why homeowners might choose to seed in the springtime. The first being that winter left some bare spots or maybe some thin areas coming out of winter into spring. You missed the fall overseeding window from the last season and you want to get that going for the spring, or you just need a quick green up for the summer. So the million-dollar question, can you do this? Spring seeding can absolutely help your lawn look better, especially after a rough winter, but there are some things to consider, especially with the long list of unpredictable factors that may occur in your area with the spring season. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that I would prefer doing projects with grass seed over something like sod, because I think in the long term you're going to have better results and you can choose the type of grass seed that's going to be best for your area. I've got a whole guide linked here that you can go check that out. Be sure to look at those for any additional questions that you're looking for. There's 3 things in spring that you need to worry about when you're considering a seeding project in a cooler transition zone climate. The very first is going to be the soil temperature. Is it going to stay warm enough? Is it going to be optimal enough? And give it enough time to germinate before that hot summer time period and the natural decline that cool season grasses tend to do. In the cool season zone, we have a spring flush that will present a natural growing cycle for our cool season grasses. The second is the unpredictability of spring weather. The simple truth with springtime is it's very unpredictable in terms of weather patterns depending on where your location is at. We might have a stretch where it's 70 and 60-degree weather thinking that we're in spring for the full time, and that next week we have a cold snap, unpredictable, wasn't in the forecast, and all of a sudden now we're worried about things like frost. Let's say you do have optimal soil and temperatures. Can you actually get through it without any risk of a severe or unpredicted washout scenario, washing away everything that you just did, and then you're stuck having more bare areas and bare soil than maybe you have planned. But let's say you get past all of that. The next stage in our growing cycle for the cool season zone is that summer decline, and you're going to notice that our growth cycles are going to dip a little bit in the middle. That's because it's the hot summertime, and a lot of cool season grasses, very similar to how they do in the winter time when they go dormant, like you see behind me, they will try to play defense and kind of do the same until there's more optimal growing conditions and temperatures in the fall pattern where we have another growth surge. Now, if you get through all of the different risks that I've talked about, the next thing that your brand new grasses with very shallow roots are going to experience, all of those hot drought-like conditions and everything that summer throws at it. Is that the best thing for new grasses? In most cases, not really. You're going to have a lot of elements thrown its way that it might not be able to handle in an infancy state. That said, if you can wait until fall to do a seeding project, fall has been and always will be the best time for a cool season lawn or transition zone using cool season grasses to do a seeding project. Have that establishment before the first frost, get through winter, get through a second growth surge in the spring before hitting that summer heat or the following year. And as I've said earlier in my video, there's going to be a group of you that will hear everything that I'm saying and flat out ignore it and proceed with the spring seeding project, and that's perfectly okay. The biggest thing I want to drive home is setting yourself up with the expectations that you can be successful with and understanding all of the risks associated with a spring seeding project. That way, when they do occur, you're not caught off guard and you're not surprised by what just occurred. You have a plan, it's been part of the plan, and you might have some touch-up work to do in the fall time. So be patient with this. At the end of the day, remember, you're watching grass grow, and we have to be patient in that entire process. The other point I'd like to point out is that not all grass seed is the same. If you're going to do anything and want great results, spend your money and invest in great elite premium grass seed. I've got a whole entire guide with my personal seed recommendations on which grass seed might be best for you, and then with inside of that, pairing that with the right environment. Maybe it's full sun, maybe you have shade, or everything in between in your lawn to what is going to work best in your lawn for cool season and transition zone lawns. Go check that out. I have that linked below. Hopefully you found this video helpful and gives you a direction on whether or not a seeding project is best for you, and comment any questions below and I'll point you in the best direction that I can. I'm Ope. Follow me for more DIY tips around the yard, and we'll catch you next time.